Sergeant Hill.
Hey, Sergeant Hill, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, I'm CJ Gershom. I'm the president of Open Carry Texas, and I wanted to call about an interaction that one of our members had with Officer Alex Fernandez.
Okay.
And I wanted to get the PD's official stance on this. I guess there were some calls about his legal activity of carrying a firearm. I can't remember the person's name, but I think you probably remember the call. A couple of gentlemen that were open carrying.
I really don't know anything about the call. That's not my shift.
All right. Well, the basic gist is the officer was threatening the citizen for refusing to identify when he was told to identify, and I think the officer needs to just kind of be talked about what the law is, about if you're not accused of a crime or there's not reasonable suspicion that a crime is or will be committed, that there is no need to identify in Texas. And the fact that he threatened him with jail time is a civil offense.
Okay.
That's it? I mean, is that the policy that Buda police require people that aren't suspected of a crime to identify themselves?
I'm not going to make an official how the Buda police stands. I don't know really a whole lot about the call to make an official statement or not. However, the city of Buda does have a city ordinance which covers brandishing a firearm.
Okay.
So if
what is that ordinance?
They brandish, do what?
What does the ordinance say?
Basically, that it's unlawful for any person to brandish a firearm in a manner which, I mean, this isn't verbatim because, I mean, I'm not reading it.
Calculated to cause alarm?
Yeah. That is reasonable to believe that, the person would be in fear of imminent danger. So given the fact of what a caller might tell dispatch, is if they feared that they were in danger or imminent bodily injury or anything like that, or under Texas law, under disorderly conduct, if they carried a weapon in a manner, I think it's like calculated to alarm.
Calculated to cause alarm. Yep, paragraph 8 of 4201.
So if you had a identified complainant that says, hey, I was alarmed by this, then an officer would have the right to identify that person carrying that weapon.
So a citizen that is exercising a right, and he's not doing so in a threatening manner, but somebody is afraid of the fact that somebody's got a gun, that...
If a complainant calls in, and says that they are alarmed, then I feel that would fit the criteria for disorderly conduct.
Okay,
so
now...
then they would have to identify themselves.
Okay, and I'm with Open Carry Texas. We do this all the time, and the court precedents, and this is something that we're trying to educate police officers on, because just because someone calls and says they're alarmed doesn't mean that the activity is alarming. Just like when someone says they're offended by something doesn't mean that what was said was offensive.
And that would be basically up for the court to decide. I'm just telling you what the law says. And, each officer you come in contact with, I mean, it's going to be, how they interpret the law. Well, if the law is black and white, it says that.
The courts of...
Our city ordinance is basically... It shall be unlawful for any person to brandish a firearm or replica firearm in the city in a threatening manner or in such a manner as to tend to cause the victim to reasonably believe that he or she is in danger of imminent bodily harm.
Okay, so
if you have an individual carrying a rifle through a park or whatever else or down a residential street, if that person calls us and is scared beyond whatever, and they feel that, hey, listen, I'm reasonably shaken up by this, I'm alarmed by this, I'm scared for my safety, and then yes, that is a violation of our city ordinance.
Now, do you guys apply a reasonable person standard to those calls?
Yes.
Okay. And how would someone from our organization in Buda, Texas, openly carry a firearm within the laws of the state and the ordinances of Buda in a non-threatening manner? How do we carry that?
How do you carry that?
Yes. Because obviously if there's a way to carry it in a threatening manner, there's got to be a way that we can carry it that's not threatening?
That would be up to the person seeing them and the person, the complainant, calling that in. I can't tell you how you could do that.
Well,
I mean, for example, if you're walking in front of a middle school or a campus or something.
Let's not use strawman arguments. We're not talking about that. Let's not use strawman arguments. We're talking about just normal carrying in public, on public streets. And the fact that the Texas courts have ruled that in order for Chapter 8 of disorderly conduct to apply, a weapon has to be pointed at someone or waved in a threatening manner. The fact of just carrying it is not calculated to cause alarm, unless, of course, you're in one of the prohibited zones.
And I'm going on our city ordinance.
Right.
If the victim reasonably believes that he or she is in danger of imminent bodily harm, then I believe that it fits that criteria. I don't know about the case with Alex Fernandez, Officer Fernandez.
Yeah.
I don't know that case. I don't know the information that he was given from dispatch. I don't know the particular elements to that call. I don't know.
Well, there's
something I don't know about.
We did put a video of it up on YouTube, and the officer tells the individual that he is not suspected of a crime, yet still continues to require him to identify himself, which is against Texas law.
Okay. Well, like I said, I have not personally reviewed that video. I can't comment on that one way or the other.
I would just suggest then that you guys kind of review that.
I would suggest that on Monday you call back and speak to our police chief.
Absolutely. I just don't want between now and Monday having more issues of officers not understanding their authorities.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.